safe and efficient public transport system is clearly one of the priorities that Zimbabwe's new cabinet should tackle. Today, scores of commuters were stranded and contended with exorbitant fares as police engaged in high-speed chases with pirate taxi operators. While the police operation code-named Tame the Traffic Jungle targeted at unlicensed operators, commuters felt the resultant transport shortage. The blitz has so far netted over 2,800, including arrests and vehicles impounded for violating traffic offences. ZTM Prime Sir Faith Nyawude was on the ground.
Navigating the streets of Harare can be a nightmare for the traveling public. It is a literal jungle, and in this jungle, the pirate taxi operators locally referred to as Mushikashika have effectively taken over. With complete disregard for road rules and safety, the gangs are a law unto themselves. For the average commuter, the past 2 days of the operation have been horrific as they have had to endure traffic blues as pirate taxis go into hiding. The few who have braved the crackdown have hiked fares beyond the reach of many.
The late national hero Joshua Malinga will be buried at the National Heroes Acre on Friday, the Ministry of Home Affairs and Cultural Heritage announced in a statement. The Meteorological Services Department says the prevailing cold spell will improve starting tomorrow, that is on Thursday, the 14th of September 2023. The weather will return to mostly sunny, cool mornings and hot afternoons across the country starting Friday, the 15th of September 2023. The department said the conditions were due to a high-pressure system over the southeast coast of South Africa, which was steering cold and moist air into the country. It has moved further east, and by Friday, its effects on Zimbabwe will be very minimal. We'll review some of its laws and policies governing nature to unlock maximum economic value from the sectors. This follows the launch of the inaugural Zimbabwe Biodiversity Economy Report in Harare today, a research which says about 28.2% of Zimbabwe falls under a protected area network. The country seeks to increase this to unlock economic value of biodiversity. More from the following report.
The survey, a first of its kind, began 2 years ago to establish the state of plant and animal resources Zimbabwe has and how much they can contribute to economic growth.
The study was necessitated by the need to increase our understanding of the contribution of biodiversity to economic development of the country and subsequently inform investments into the biodiversity economy. The participation of all stakeholders was thus very important to the success of gathering required information.
The results show that Zimbabwe needs to consider switching from agriculture to wildlife and nature-based tourism in some areas. This can lead to significant increases in wages, land value, and employment rates. Activities like sport hunting can generate as much as 33 million United States dollars in GDP, while agriculture is heavily under threat from climate change.
Ladies and gentlemen, a successful biodiversity economy requires a good policy and legislative framework. In this regard, the Ministry is currently reviewing various acts and policies related to the environment, such as the Wildlife Policy, National Environmental Policy, EMA Act, and Parks and Wildlife Act. These legal and policy frameworks seek to create an enabling environment for natural resources conservation and sustainable use.
2 men have been arrested for allegedly stripping parts of a football administrator Wellington Pandare's BMW vehicle and selling them without his knowledge. Nathan Mudzonga and Nathaniel Torani were reportedly given the vehicle to change the engine after they had told Mpandare that they had a better engine than the one which was on the car. Our claims are that Mpandare even paid them 500 United States dollars as a deposit for the engine, leaving a balance of 500 US dollars, which was to be paid after the engine change. Now, the suspects allegedly went on to strip parts of the vehicle. When Mpandare made follow-ups, he found it as a shell. The two appeared before Harare Magistrate charged with the theft of trust of property, and they were remanded out of custody to October the 17th on a $100 bail. The Zimbabwe Sevens rugby technical team has named a strong 12-man squad for the Paramount Garments Rugby Africa Men's Sevens tournament to be played at Harare Sports Club this weekend. Godfrey Magaramombe captains the Cheetahs side, with Hilton Mudariki deputizing him. France-based Ryan O'Neill, New Zealand-based Brandon Mudzekenyedzi, and the South Africa-based trio of Calvin Kaninungo, Tapiwa Mafura, and Brian Matoramusha are the foreign-based players. Tapiwa Malenga and Takuzwa Kamdiro, as well as Vianney Dlomo, Ryan Musumi, and youngster Shadrach Mandaza complete the squad. Shingirai Kachere is a notable omission after picking up a knee injury in the training this week. Magaramombe returns to the squad after missing the Zambezi Sevens with an eye injury. Speaking on Morning Rush today, the Cheetahs captain said they have the right balance in the team.